Hey, good morning, good afternoon, what's going on? Chase here at EVERBULLISH. Got the Masters going on in the background. Put up my Sunday morning recap this morning so we could enjoy the golf tournament and then also get ready for tomorrow. That music I was playing is a band called Sullen Sky. I found them on Spotify. Really cool band. They have a very kind of chill, I think it's underneath ambient chill as the playlist. So anyway, let's get right to it. I'm gonna make this video shorter. I'm also gonna respond to a question by a Redditor, and this should be really nice and fun. So Sunday recap, everbullish.com, hamburger on the side. We're going to go to investing articles, Sunday recap. So it is master themed. I have to shout out Tiger Woods. We miss ya. Got the Frank, which is the name of the mascot. That is the tiger on his back. A lot of people don't know that. It's Frank the Tiger. Hope he gets better. And if you're not a Tiger fan, it's pretty amazing to just look at his body work. So anyway, sector performance last week. Information technology was up 4.66%. If you remember, this time last week I called TQQ and made a video about information technology and consumer discretionary. We're looking right here. Those are the two sectors that were both in the mid 4% returns last week. I was on the triple of the NASDAQ. Didn't quite make the 12 I was expecting, but made about the 8% return over the week that I was expecting for swing trades. Financials, industrials below that, just above 2%. The S&P finished at 2.7. So we only had two sectors beat the S&P. I scream it from the mountaintops every single time. This is why stock selection is important. Anyway, a little bit about my swing trades. TQQ, I still believe that that's a hold. LabU, I bought more of it, and I'm going to buy more of it again. It just dropped below 70. It'll hit 80 this week. Sell it when it hits 80. It'll make you clean 20%, I believe. I wrote QS on here. QS hitting the mid 50s. I did find out that they issued a whole bunch of shares in a purchase for another company out there, and I think that I'm probably gonna end up not trading that one unless it gets super juicy, like a 20% down day. Then I'll sprinkle a little bit in. Those are my swing trades for the week. Bitcoin update. You know, I talked about this a lot too, and it's still holding true. Bitcoin is hitting mid-low power mode. One sec. There we are. So Bitcoin is hitting new highs typically over the weekend. So if you were to trade this, it would be not a bad idea to maybe buy on a Thursday if you're using a brokerage account, buy the ETF, GBTC. If you have a Bitcoin wallet, or if you're trading this on a different exchange like eToro or Webull or some of those other exchanges out there, you can certainly buy that, hold it over the weekend. The pattern's held true like 8 of the last 12 weekends. So earnings calendar on here also. Afria is coming out with earnings on Monday, and Afria is the medical marijuana company, not just medical, but recreational as well. I lost a lot of money on some options a couple of months ago trading that. Bad timing on my part. I'm going to keep an eye on this one this week. Last week was a dull week. I didn't let any earnings bother me at all, or didn't trade on any earnings. But this week we're going to see where that goes. I probably won't trade on it, but it is going to go on my radar. And you might hear me talk about it next week a little bit more about the marijuana space, recreational marijuana space, edible space, CBD space, kind of the whole vibe that these are in right now. And the symbol on that is APHA, so that will be added to my watch list. And then we'll run the stock screener tomorrow and see if it shows up on the ready list. Trying to get you guys really dialed in on my philosophies here. We also have the banks on Thursday and Friday. So we got PNC, Ally. We also have, so those are kind of like the mid-market e-banks. Citizens, we have some trust company that I can't quite read on here, US Bank Corp, and then BlackRock, which is that is a holding of the EverBullish One portfolio. But anyway, that's where we all are on the earnings calendar, just in case you're looking at trading or holding any of those, or you see some big movements. Let me get to the Redditor question. So this person's new to options trading. I recommend not doing options trading unless you have a high tolerance for risk, but this is, I believe, the best options trade out there. I'm a Fidelity guy, so just to show you how to find it, this gentleman is asking how you make money on this. So what I talk about in my article on EVERBULLISH.com is I give a little tip at the bottom for anybody who reads all the way to the bottom of what my favorite options for the week are and what price to buy. So in this case, I'm saying to buy at the money. I like the strike price of $12.50, and I like the Octobers. I can't believe how cheap these are. Genuinely, this is why trading on options, particularly if you're already invested in a stock, can help you lower your. You don't really lower your basis, but it can help you gain more upside traction if you picked a bad entry point, like I did. But we're going to work around that. We're going to manage around that. And we're going to find a way to make some money out of it. So I go to fidelity.com. I type in ride. You can do this on Yahoo. I thought about doing it on Yahoo. I'm just most comfortable here, and I want these videos to be authentic. So here we are at ride. We click on option chain. This is a part where most people mess up. I've messed up a bunch of times. Log in real quick so you don't have to see my password. So now we're back. The main thing, especially on Fidelity, also, this is on pretty much any app that you use, whether it's Robinhood or whether it's Stockmaster to quote it, you got to go to the top and set the calendar. They're obviously going to show you the calendar date that's coming soonest. And sometimes if you're jumping back and forth on your screen, like I do a lot, it'll reset, and then I'll be looking at the most recent options, which are dirt cheap because they're out of the money because it's about to expire if it's close to the end of the month. So anywho, I'm going to go to October 15, hit apply. I'm going to scroll down to October 15, 2020. So this is April, what's that? Like 7 months, right? I'm not that bad at math, something like that. Yeah, 8 months. So right now, ride is at $11.72. This is a $12.50 option. It moves up typically about $1 or 50 cents a day. You get 4 days in a row, we're going to be already at that strike price. I think it'll be in the mid-30s by then, and that's why I like this so much. But even if it's in the mid-20s, we're going to make money. And the sooner it's in the mid-20s, we're going to make more money. So this is how options have a multiplying effect. Right now, they are selling at $3.15. So with an option, you control 100 contracts, or you control 100 shares per contract. In this case, if I just, let's say I wanted to spend $300, I'd buy 10 contracts, which would control 3,000 shares. So the point is that I don't ever intend on holding this contract until expiration. I just want to hold it until it's deep in the money and I make 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 700% on it. That's the idea. So I would click here. I would click buy to open. I'm not going to go any further, so you don't see my account numbers and such, but I would buy it to open, and then when I sell it, I would sell to close. I believe the question that the Redditor had was how he wants to understand how that'll make money. How that'll make money is that if I have to pay $3.15 to buy it, and let's just say it's trading at 11 right now, my strike is $12.50. $12.50 plus $3.15, that would be $15.65. The sooner that thing hits $16.55, it is considered in the money. $15.65, that is considered in the money. But it doesn't have to get there for you to make your money. Let's just say it gets to 12 tomorrow. Well, that option price is going to probably go up by roughly, it's a long-term option, so it'll only probably go up by maybe 15 or 20%. But that's a very easy, nice trade and a very, very healthy return for such an easy stock trade or option trade. If it stays below that and doesn't really move upwards from where it's at, there's no way that it's ever going to reach that break-even price of your strike price plus your premium on the call that you're buying. But I think the easiest way to understand this is to go, all right, let's say you had a really good baseball team and they're losing to a team that you expect them to beat, but it's still early in the first inning. Well, if I had a wager out there that my team was going to win, and it's the first inning, somebody's not going to really pay very much for that, right? Let's say that we get into the 5th inning, and now my team is up a whole bunch. Well, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that they're going to win because they're the better team, and I know everybody else knows it. So if I wanted to sell that option, if I wanted to sell that betting ticket to another person in the stands, let's say I had to leave the game early, aka buy another option, I can sell that to somebody else, and they're going to pay above market price, or what I had to pay for it whenever the odds were even. So the way to look at a long-term option is that your team's winning, and you got a lot of innings left, or your team's not quite winning, but there's a lot of time left. The real problem is that if you're down 10 runs and it's the 8th inning, like the options that I'm currently holding on some of my accounts with Ride, is very unlikely that they get there by the end of next week, which is the option expiration period. So those options aren't worth very much. It's very important that you separate the actual stock price and even the break even from what the option is worth in the eyes of the public. That's why I like these options so much. That's why I'm giving to you for free. That's the EverBullish Edge and the EverBullish Advantage. Follow EverBullish.com. I am Chase, also known as the Stock Sherpa on YouTube. I make these videos to make you a better investor. I hope you learn a little bit. I hope you keep following me, and let's get rich.